Good evening, YouTube world. It's Jacqueline Hill Bennett. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate you. I know you could be doing other things, but you're here watching me. So I'm going to try to make it worth your while. Tonight I'm going to review this wig that I purchased a few months back, like 4 months ago, called Amber by Renau. Take a look at Amber by Renau. So I bought Amber in color 6F27. 6F27. So she's got ash blonde mixed with dark brown, like a number 2, and a little lighter brown, a number 4. So it's mostly, I would say, blonde, brown, and dark brown. And what you get is you get these chunky, can you see the chunks? You get these chunky streaks of blonde, which I'm not that crazy about because I definitely don't like the chunky look. Anyway, so I bought this wig a few months ago, and I've only worn her like maybe 2 weeks in total, but that's fine because after 2 weeks I can give you a good review of how the wig is holding up and you know what I really feel about it. So here's what she looked like out of the box. She came really long, like mermaid hair long. So I had to cut that because I didn't feel like I looked like myself when I wore it. Like I just felt like I was gonna look like something that I'm not. So I cut her. Maybe if I got her like in a darker color, I probably would have left the length. But with this color, I feel like she just needed to be a little shorter. Anyway, let me show you the back. She moves nicely. She doesn't do a lot of tangling. She's long though, so she does get a little frizzy in the back at times, but that's fine. I just go in with my fingers and comb her out. I don't really need to do much. If I wet her and finger comb her, she still looks great. And I want you guys to remember that it's not just wigs that tangle in the back. If you have long, wavy hair, you're probably not supposed to be putting your hands through it like that because it will probably get big and frizzy. Unless you're just that lucky. Anyway, I have to drink my wine. By the way, I want to ask you guys, what is a glass of wine? When you go to the restaurant, you get a glass of wine and they give you like this much, which is crazy. I didn't come over here to spend $12 on a third of a glass of wine. But when I'm home and I pour my wine, which I've already done, I like to feel her to about here. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not an alcoholic. I'm pretty sure I'm not because this is the only glass I'm drinking tonight. Anyway. Okay, so while I'm on the topic of wigs, which is what I'm always on the topic of, let's talk about money. Let's talk about the amount of money we spend on our hair. When you first get into wigs, if you're in a position to do so, you probably go nuts on your wig purchases. I know that I have spent like an egregious amount of money on wigs within a year before. I remember one year I bought a $600 wig and I kept that for like 3 months and wore it every day. And then after that, I bought a $700 wig and it was crap. And so I ended up just buying a whole bunch of little $40 and $60 wigs. and it just ended up being so much money. This is why I go to YouTube now. Thank God for YouTube. YouTube lets me see a wig in action, gives me honest reviews of a company, and I really try hard not to buy a wig unless I've seen a review on YouTube. Okay, so now I have limited my wig spending to about $1,500 to $1,600 a year. So I'll buy like this wig, which I paid about $330 for, and I'll keep it I'll wear it like regularly for a whole season. So this, I actually bought back in November because I was preparing for the holiday season, but I ended up just wearing a wig that I already had because I just wasn't ready for this hair. This hair was big out of the box. It was really big, really long, and it needed a lot of taming. I did thin it out quite a bit, and like I told you earlier, I did cut the length a little bit. Now that I've done that, I'm happy with it, and I'm wearing it all the time. So I try not to ever, you know, not wear a wig that I buy unless it's crap. And that's the thing about wigs. You can find a company, let's just say Acme Wigs, right? And you buy Acme wigs, this is especially true with human hair wigs. You'll buy a human hair wig from Acme and it'll be fantastic. And you'll just think, oh my God, this is the answer to all my dreams. And you'll wear it until basically you've, you know, combed all the hair out of it, and then it's time to buy a new one. And then you go back to Acme to order the same wig and you get crap. So, this is why I don't really mess with human hair wigs that much, because they're inconsistent. I mean, you are dealing with human hair, so you could get some hair from one person and it's crap, and the other person is great, and it's all from the same company. I don't know what the deal is, but over time I do notice that these companies do, the quality of the wigs do degrade. But with these high-end synthetics, I find they're very consistent. They last what they're supposed to last. They're supposed to last me a year, and they do. They do last me a year. They look great for 4 months, guaranteed. After that, you probably want to start, you know, looking for something else. And that's when I go and when I start getting bored with the style, I'll go and I'll buy like a inexpensive wig like this girl here. This is Jill by Vivica Fox. She's like my go-to wig. She's only like $40. She's been around for a while, so you know her price has dropped. And unlike most inexpensive wigs, she has a really good part. I actually have one Jill wig that I've had for 2 years, and I swim in her and I exercise in her, and I'm going to show you her in a different video. We'll talk about Jill. But anyway, today this is all about Amber by John Renau. Let's move her around and show you how pretty she is. So anyway, yeah, she feels great. She doesn't feel dry. I wonder if I do this, can you hear? Because I've had wigs before that are so coarse and straw-like that you could actually hear it. But I've learned also that, you know, there are things that you could spray. In fact, I'm gonna get you that spray that I love so much. Like, it's so great. This On Natural Premium Oil-Free Remy Hair Curl and Wave. It's for, it says here for synthetic and natural hair weaves. What this does is it gives it that buttery feeling that you have in human hair when it starts to feel a little dry. So after I washed it, I did wash her with silicone mix. I conditioned her with silicone mix, and then afterwards I sprayed some of this on it, and she feels fantastic. You would think she's human. Anyway, I'm not going to take up more of your time. That was my review on, oh, and I should also mention, she does have my favorite part, that monofilament lace that can be moved everywhere. This is a good purchase. She's gonna last me a year. She's gonna look great for 4 months. After the end of my 4 months, I'm gonna start using her to go to the gym, just like I do with all my other wigs. Start using her to go to the gym, start using her to go swimming. And she's still gonna look good. She's just gonna be used for a different purpose. Right now, she's being used to make me look adorable. Thank you for watching.